Hey
What is
guys.
going, everyone?
Okay. Hey guys, this is Cam from 15, joined by my co-host Red Wolf, and we're back for the final time. Saying we are here for another Dragon Quest Adventure of Die episode review, as we just got done watching the final episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Die.
Yeah, and you guys know we had to get this out of the way and really late, in fact.
Yeah, I had to go to a football game, varsity high school football game that I had to attend. Well, I didn't have to attend, but I wanted to go. And because of this, we are recording this right now, 10:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So technically, this is late. Typically, how we would handle our Dragon Quest reviews, it would just go up the next day. But in honor of the fact that this is the final episode of the series, we just said, screw it. The first episode review, if you go back to episode 1 review, we were like a day late on that. Let's end this on the day it came out. Well,
Yeah,
when you guys, by the time this video gets uploaded, it might be Saturday or like AM pretty much, but you get what I mean. We have to record this on Friday. But what a great episode, what a great ending to the series. And yeah, so let's get on with the episode review. The episode continues on the fight between Dai and Dark King Vearn, and it's the whole thing of Dark King Vearn being this gigantic freaking kaiju, fusing his body with this kaiju, and pretty much is getting the upper hand on Dai. Beats him to a pulp and even impales him to the point he's on the ground bleeding out. Shockingly enough, what happens?
as it seems like Dark King Vearn was about to finish die off, suddenly Baron's sword comes flying in.
Yes, the demon dragon sword.
My goodness, how many times? Wow. And who does Dice see in the light? His own mother.
Yep. And then he has a side conversation with Baron, pretty much saying that Sola is pretty much, the sun, and everything. She's the light. And Dai pretty much thinks of everything he's been through with all his friends and everything. And pretty much Baron's like, take the sword, use it to defeat Dark King Vearn. You have to take out the eye, and you will have won the battle. So you get this crazy slow motion scene of Dai and Dark King Vearn charging for the demon dragon sword. Dai ends up getting it, and just ends up going to town on freaking Dark King Vearn, to the point he's like legitimately cutting him, and well, not in half, but like the arm part of it. But all of a sudden, the thing is, I believe the sword breaks or something when it looks like he would have defeated him. Correct me
Yeah,
if I'm wrong.
yeah, it broke. It broke. It broke right there.
Yeah, it broke, and it looked like all hope is lost. And the thing is, Dai is getting squeezed, pretty much the life squeezed out of him. Like, it's absolutely like dire situations. But Dai somehow overpowers this grip because, he passes out, but then he has a sense of recollection, just remembering everything he's been through and the fact that he can't give up to save his friends. And he breaks out of it. Like I predicted, he gets all the way to the Sword of Dai, and he just goes down. He just pushes all of his energy downwards and cuts Dark King Vearn in half.
Yep, and that's it. And Dark King Vearn turns into like stone, and his pieces starts floating towards the sun.
Yep. And that's the end. And pretty much Dai saved the day. He's fallen down. Now Pop and the others do see him. Pop catches him, and they're pretty much celebrating the win that Dai had. It was a great scene. Great visually animated, stunning scene right then and there, with everybody giving Dai their thanks. You get a very funny, cool, down to earth moment where Leona's happy that Dai is all right and everything. And you get this funny moment where Flora's like, yeah, hey Leona, you might want to keep Dai close to you because with heroes, they tend to go away.
And you see Avon react like, huh?
I think you even see it in the post-credit scene where he kind of has a look like, I should probably not piss her off.
Oh my god, that scene. With that
So
mustache.
yeah, it's kind of the thing. But all of a sudden, Leona asks Dai like, "Hey, you won't leave me, right? Or you well, it's kind of she kind of implies you won't leave me." And I'm like, are we getting close to the kiss? Please give me a kiss. Please give me a kiss. Damn, we don't get a kiss this episode, but whatever. All of a sudden, we get a plot twist. And what is that plot twist?
Honestly, what a plot twist that Vearn is not actually Vearn. He can. We see. Well, I guess who we thought was Vearn's come walking towards the people like with his while holding his head, and it's revealed that Vearn is actually the little guy right there.
Mind you, when I watched this episode like a few minutes ago, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? How is this guy still alive? I thought he was killed. And then he reveals that the little dude was killed for the entire time. I'm like, motherfucker. That's honestly was my reaction.
First Mr. Vernon, now Vearn.
Yeah. Yeah, this little midget guy was killed from the entire time. And it's funny because it's absolutely hilarious because it reminds me of Kushieda from Classroom the Elite, how we know she's the typical backstabbing itch. And it's the whole thing of she has this cutesy dootsy voice, but when she's like wants to be the a-hole, she turns that evil voice on. That's kind of what happened with Vearn. He plays it like, well, you see, I was Vearn all the damn time. And I'm like, oh, he could speak that deep now? What does Vearn do that puts our heroes in a pretty hectic situation?
Just when you think we were done with those things, he takes off the mask and reveals that there's a black core in that bot that he's using.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. He was given orders by his true master, Velzar, to just make the surface world be destroyed and everything so they can create the underworld. Simple stuff right there. But Dai and the others, they react quickly. Dai and Pop, they take up the robot body to the sky, while Mom and Avon take care of the real Vearn, with Mom doing the refractor fist on Vearn, thusly killing him. And it was this whole thing, and you even was referenced later or earlier in the episode of Dai saying this is going to be goodbye to all my friends and everything. I won't see them again. And it was the moment where I was like, damn it, because like I said, I made a prediction last week that the way the next episode previews or the next episode title screen looked, they didn't show anything, and they just showed Dai's sword and encased in stone, pretty much right there, just there. And it's like, I have a really bad feeling somebody's going to die, and probably the main character. And we get to that moment to where it looks like Pop and Dai are both going to sacrifice each other to save the world. But Dai kicks Pop away, and he's pretty much like, sorry, Pop, I have to do this on my own. And obviously it's an emotional scene because Pop is like, damn it, Dai, don't do this. Dai takes the attack. The black core goes off. Explosion. Everybody go ahead.
That is the last time we see Dai. That is the last time.
The episode, it pans everybody's reaction to this and everything. Yeah. We get a time, I guess some sort of time skip after the events of the battle have happened. And We see Dai's sword stuck like in the end of the opening and even at the end of this episode, and pretty much it's a way of memorial to him. And we all think, and everybody else thinks Dai is dead. I even think Dai is dead. I'm like, God damn it, they freaking did this shit. Nothing wrong. I'm like,
Honestly, that's a common trope in anime these days. They would kill off the main character at the very end.
I guess so, but I really hate it. I typically want to be the people. I'm one of the people that, like, when it comes to these shonen shows, I want to see the main character be happy and live off the rest of his life, like Goku. Yeah. Well, right now with Goku, well, technically not in the manga. He just got his ass kicked by Black Frieza, and I'm still waiting for the next manga chapter to come out to find out what's the next story point. But you get what I mean.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the thing. That's the whole thing of reference. There's all these things with these shonen shows and everything. Oh, where the main character live or where the main character die. You know, that's why when it comes to One Piece, some people think, oh, will Luffy die? I don't know. I'm like, I hope Luffy doesn't die, but whatever. Anyways, the thing that's actually shocking is Leona comes out of nowhere and she actually looks content. I'm like, why do you look so happy? Well, we find out from Lon Baruch that Dai is actually not dead. And the proof is the fact that there's the red jewel on Dai's sword. And pretty much Lon Baruch says, if that jewel disappears, then yes, Dai is dead, because the sword and Dai's life are pretty much intertwined. They're tied together. So if it's still there, he's still somewhere out there alive. Where he is, we don't know. And they make a mention like, well, he could be in this other place, or he could be in the underworld, for crying out loud. We don't know. And everything, but we just have to hope one day he returns and he will come back for his sword and he will be the hero yet again. After the ending song, the last time we hear the ending song play, we get a post-credit scene with just a time skip with what everybody's been doing. It's not like where it was like, where I would say like maybe 10 years had passed. It's like, it seems like it's only like maybe a few months had passed, if not a year has passed. So we get no confirmation that Pop and Mom are a thing, so god damn it. But we find out that they're traveling together, and they're pretty much being the heroes till Dai returns. Meryl's actually with them too, so okay. We have it. We see Hinako and crap, what's his name?
Hyunko and Larhart. Yeah,
Larhart. I guess they're on like their own adventure or whatever, just probably scouring the world together.
And you see Amy right there, just
Amy's right there blushing. I guess she's gonna tag along with them too. Whatever. Chu, and Crocodile and him, they're pretty much building their home there for their animal beast guild, whatever they got going on there. I guess now Avon is probably the king alongside of Flora now, and I'm guessing they're together full time now. He still has that look like, I probably should not piss this woman off and leave her.
Avon's dumb face.
Yeah. And then Leona's just and then we see Leona pretty much right then and there at the memorial site of Dai with the sword there, pretty much hoping that Dai comes back. Pop, Mom, and Meryl probably looking somewhere for Dai, but at the same time protecting. We don't see there's no tease to wherever Dai is at. I don't know if there's a tease like that in the manga or something like that. Hell, I just even looked before we recorded. Does Dai ever return? And I guess so. From what my research is, I guess that's a no, and that's where the series is left off. The fact that Dai is still out there somewhere. So I guess in a way, you get a pretty happy ending, even though it's somewhat a sad ending, because it's like you want to see your main character, but at the end of the day, he did what he had to do to save the world. And that's pretty much it of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai.
What an ending, man. What an ending. And what a ride, this whole series. What a ride.
Yep. Yeah. What a ride. And let me actually look up, when did Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai anime start? which actually I can go back instead of looking it up on Google. I could go all the way back to my first episode review. Wow, we didn't even have an intro back then. If you didn't want to know, this is how old school we were. We were sitting together, no intro, literally together before we started doing Zoom calls and stuff like that.
When was it?
So the first episode came out October 2nd, 2020, 2 years ago. Yeah, we're gonna give our whole take of the entire series. One, this was a great episode, but our whole take of the entire series was this show was going on strong for 2 years. Mind you, this show occurred back in the it occurred back in the freaking at the tail end, well, not the tail end, but pretty much when the pandemic was like legitimately hitting. Like, this is 2020 when the pandemic was a thing, when you were supposed to stay at home. And, you know, that's where it's crazy, man. This show was a great show, and I really enjoyed this show a lot. You know, watching it every Friday night, whether we reviewed it Friday night or we ended up reviewing it the Saturday morning or whatever, or maybe even the Sunday morning. It was always great to talk about this show. The show had great moments, really great moments, really great, well-developed characters that gave me laughs, you know, moments of where I was like wondering if they were going to be alive, and just hilarious, funny moments that I just enjoyed these characters. The emotional moments, you know, obviously great. These characters were all great, and each and every character was very well developed. There was not one, and listen, if you've seen the past 100 episode reviews or the past 99 episode reviews, did I nitpick some of the parts of these episodes here and there? Yes, I did. But at the end of the day, I was just giving my opinion, but I really did love this show. You know, the characters were great. The story was amazing. I know Toei Animation is not a widely liked, you know, animation studios, you know, our company, with all the issues that go on in their company, but you have to give an applause to them. They freaking remade a show that was like way back in the day, and they revitalized it with pretty much modern, you know, animation, and it was one of the best looking things in anime, period. You can honestly draw the comparisons. I want to say comparisons, but it's like what they're doing with Urusei Yatsura this season, an old anime that was really old and now is modernized, and it looks like legitimately with some of the best animated stuff right there.
You've heard of that anime?
Yeah, it's the remake is out right now within this season. It's on HI Dive.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I watch and reviewed on the channel. Episode 2 review will be coming sometime this weekend.
You're more cultured than I thought.
Yes, I actually enjoy it. But getting back on task, I enjoyed this show. This was a great show to watch on a week-to-week basis. And now when I look at Fridays, it's gonna be like, fudge, there's no Dragon Quest Adventure of Die no more. So that Friday is gonna be pretty much null and void now, because you got to think about it. 2 years of this show, 2 years. It reminds me back of when Dragon Ball Super was airing on a weekly basis, and then the last episode came for that, and then it's like, shit, no more Dragon Ball till we get another announcement. So yeah, I don't know if there is any more story past this point, like I guess in the manga, or if this is like legitimately it. I think this is end of the story, because I really feel like there's nothing else to tell.
Unless they somehow expand it with that one villain Belzar.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Would I be open to a sequel series? Yes, I would be open to a sequel series.
Definitely.
Obviously that would have to come in due time, and like I said, I don't know if there's any more content to adapt from the manga, but if there is, leave it in the comment section. I don't know. I don't know much about the manga of Dragon Quest Adventure of Die. I'll turn over to my co-host about his final thoughts of the series.
I'm just What more is there to say, man? Just when I'm just happy the show ever existed to begin with.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like I'm still to this day like story wise, not even Dragon Ball can compare to this. Like
Ah,
in my opinion,
that's pretty debatable there, buddy.
story wise, dude.
Yeah, if you're talking about OG Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, then it's up there. Now, if you're talking about Dragon Ball Super, I can understand. But OG Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, sorry, I gotta disagree with
It's
that
my
one.
opinion, man. It's my opinion.
I have to disagree with that opinion. I'm just saying. I think Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai story is better than a Dragon Ball Super story as a whole, but not OG Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball. And listen, we're not trying to compare any things here. We want equal piece thing. We have our opinions. If my co-host thinks he likes it more than Dragon Ball, hey, more power to him. I'm not gonna. I'll push back on that and say, hey, I don't think about that. It's still a great story. It takes nothing less from the story, but hey, that's our opinions. But yeah. Anything else? Favorite character. Favorite
That's
character.
it, man. Favorite character?
Yes.
Yes. You go first.
I had to go with Hugh Nickel. The struggle, he was definitely, I would say, the most developed character of the series. Definitely the most developed character of the series.
Mm-hmm. Mine will probably have to be Pop, because yeah.
Shockingly enough, I thought she would go. I thought she would go Hadlar.
He's goated. He's goated. But when it comes to like the hero characters, Pop is definitely like just look like to where he started and then how he is now.
Yeah. So your favorite character is Pop.
Yes.
Okay.
But if we're talking about character as a whole, villain or like hero.
I'm not talking about heroes. I'm just saying favorite character of the series.
Okay, then yes, definitely Hadlar. Definitely Hadlar.
Okay. I can understand. I can understand because I know you're a big Hadlar guy.
Dude, his development was crazy.
Yep. Well. Just because this is the end of the series doesn't mean we are saying goodbye. So one, I appreciate the entire Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai community. If you were always watching the reviews every week on a weekly basis, again, I always like some of the interactions with some of you guys that actually, love the series. I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss interacting with some of you guys, just the way you were hyping things up and everything. So, yeah, but like I said, this isn't the end of content on the channel or anything. And like this is definitely not the end of us two doing content together. Like shit, tomorrow we're doing My Hero Academia episode reviews. So again, like I said, don't be a stranger. Check out all the other content we have on the channel. And like I said, this isn't the end for Dragon Quest Adventure Die. To be honest, honestly, the way this anime revived a bunch of shit for the series. We're getting a video game of this show, pretty much retelling all of the story, an RPG, which I'm definitely gonna pick up when it comes out, and I'm gonna play it. Now I'm not gonna do a playthrough on my channel because copyright strikes, but hey, maybe my co-host might do a game through playthrough of it. I don't know, And then today, good news, it isn't the end of the anime for Dragon Quest Adventure Die because actually we got an English dub announcement, which we've been calling for. I've been asking for. Today, Toei Animation on their official YouTube account announced the English dub for Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, showing the clip of Dai versus not versus Baron, Crocodine. It sounded good. I still have to hear more and everything. So yeah, if you're wondering if I'm gonna do like episode reviews of the dub, I might do certain episode breakdowns and just giving my thoughts of okay, how did this episode sound like in the dub compared to the subbed version. And I'll probably just do those videos on my own. Again, it won't be for like every damn episode, probably only the major episodes if I get the chance. So far, it has been yet to announce to be whatever on digital streaming platform it is. So it could go to HI Dive, it could go to Crunchyroll, it could go to Netflix or Disney Plus.
Please no.
Don't know. Now, I do know, I guess it's streaming out in the UK. Like there are like I think there are like a good chunk of episodes dubbed already for the series, but right now the only country that's getting those dubbed episodes is the UK.
Hmm.
That's it pretty much. So we have to just wait. I'll probably leave a community post updating you guys whenever the dub is coming out and whatever platform. I hope it's Crunchyroll and Crunchyroll gets a license to it so they can just put it up there, because if it goes to like a Netflix or a Disney Plus, there's a chance it could go to Disney Plus or Disney or Netflix jail. And we don't want that. Hell, I'll take it if it's on HI Die, for crying out loud. I don't care. Just put it on as something where it will just come out weekly, where they'll just drop dub episodes weekly, not drop episode in batches, go on hiatus for about 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and then drop another batch. Because that's what they do. That's what Netflix does with the Pokemon Journeys. They just now dropped the next batch of Pokemon Journeys episode, and it was a long ass time since I seen it. I only watched the first episode.
Is it still called Pokemon Master Journeys or is it something else?
It's called on Netflix. It's now called Pokemon Ultimate Journeys.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've seen Pokemon. Yeah, it released today, and then there's even like there's a Pokemon Journey special called the Arceus Chronicles. So that's what you can go watch now, my friend. But other than that, that's kind of it. So yeah, that's it of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. 100 episodes of greatness. I'm definitely gonna rewatch the series when the dub comes out. So yeah, but definitely gonna miss the series. Holds a special place in my heart. Definitely, if you had asked me in terms of animes where I've watched, fudge,
Yes.
it might be in my top 10. Might.
It's
Which,
in my top 5.
who knows? Hey, maybe we might have to come up with a top 10 freaking or a top. How about this? Maybe one day we have to schedule it, but maybe we might have to do a top 20 favorite anime series we've watched.
Mm-hmm. You still have yet to upload our our couples tier list, have you?
Yeah. That's probably like absolutely like I think that's like years old, man. We might have to freaking just re-record something like that. But anyways. Yeah, maybe we'll actually do that. Maybe we'll actually do that. Top 20 anime series reviews, or we'll just give our favorite anime series and legitimately rank them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
You'll have to remember to upload them first.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to talk about it on the side. But anyways, guys, this is the last time we are signing out for a Dragon Quest episode of Die Review. Again, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on the entirety of this series, this episode, and what this series means to you, and how hype are you for the video game and the English dub of this series coming out. And listen, if you're not a fan of English dubs, don't rip people in the comment section if they like English dubs. Everybody has their own preference. I watch subs, I watch dubs. I prefer dubs though, but we'll see. Hit the subscribe button to the channel if you want to get more anime content on anything that I talk about, as well as any other movie content. I will be reviewing Black Adam with my uncle Daryl when I get a chance to see it. And then also to hit the subscribe button to my co-host, the Red Wolf, who does gameplays on certain games he likes and things like that. So yeah. So far his biggest playthrough that he's looking forward to in 3 weeks will be Sonic Frontiers, which I actually pre-ordered the game today.
3 weeks. Just 3 more weeks.
Yes, and then Sonic Frontiers can finally be here. So yeah, but anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your evening or morning whenever you try on this video. Till then, guys, peace.